Hello, good morning. This is me realizing that I simply didn't talk over the last, what's it been? 2 weeks? A week? I don't know. I've been absent. I'm like a deadbeat dad, okay? I just didn't post anything for a hot minute. I had a week off, which was lovely. And I was filming things and enjoying my time off. And then I just didn't post anything. So, oops, on that note. But I'm here now. Like I said, I had a fun little week off. I didn't do too much. I didn't do anything crazy. But I had fun. I went on a lot of old lady walks, which was nice. The weather was really sunny and warm. So all I was doing was spending time outside. I read a lot of books. When I say a lot of books, I mean that I got through I think I read 3 books, which is insane for me. And I hung out with my friend quite a bit as well. It was just a very nice, chill time. I also acquired this mini mic because I'm a professional now. So I got this because I was sick of how bad the audio was. It was really grinding my gears. So I've got a mini mic now, and you're currently on a little tarot card. Very cute. Hopefully this sounds good because I don't know, But this entire video is basically just a collection of B-roll things and little clips of what I was doing while I was off. I didn't film a great deal because I was just enjoying my time, but I filmed little bits here and there. Mostly me walking and going on these nice little walks around. We went just for walks around the village, which is cute. We live in the middle of nowhere, so we're surrounded by fields and little foresty bits. And then we also went further afield to stately homes as well for these little walks. I hung out with my friend Alice as well. We only did one thing, really. We went up to the cinema and we went and watched the new film Sinners, which, oh my god, I could quite literally go and watch it again, immediately. Because I enjoyed it that much. It was so freaking good. If you haven't seen it, I urge you to go watch it. Because it was just fab. It was so unlike anything I've seen recently. It was outstanding, okay? It was amazing. The soundtrack, beautiful. The acting, oh my god. The costumes as well. All the slight little, cinematography nods and Easter eggs, I guess. It was just fabulous, okay? It was fabulous. And we went into it not really knowing anything. We had just seen the trailer play a bunch of times when we were at the cinema before watching other films. So we didn't know anything. We just thought it was a blues kind of period piece. There was going to be some kind of fighting. And that was it. Oh my god, it was so good. There was quite literally vampires in it. Vampires. I wasn't expecting it. I was literally joking about it beforehand. We were talking about Interview with a Vampire because the next season's been announced. And then out of nowhere, these fucking Irish vampires start showing up. It was amazing. It was so good. It was so freaking good. I did film some of it, and I have included it in this right at the end of the video. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want spoilers, don't watch it, okay? Skip it. Because I put things in there, okay? Just a little PSA. But I would urge you to watch it, like the film. It was so good. I'm gonna have to get a copy of it when it comes out and is released on DVD and stuff, just to add it to the collection, because it was amazing. I just can't get over it, okay? I'm gonna shut up, but I can't get over it. It was amazing. So we went and watched Sinners. Very freaking good. I think about it every day, I think. Honestly, whatever. That's kind of what this is. This is me jumping in just to say hi and to say sorry for ghosting you for like a week or more. I don't know. I've read a lot of books. I filmed some B-roll. You're going to see the B-roll. It's basically just me walking, and that's it. And I went and watched a vampire film without knowing that it was a vampire film. Very good, I know. I'm going to shut up talking now, though, and go, so you can just enjoy the video. This is different, I guess. I figured I'd see how it was just to hold this on like a little book. So you're currently on like a copy of The Two Towers. Just cuz. Hopefully this isn't trash, but I have been enjoying myself so freaking much. I'm on holiday, okay? I haven't got to go to work. The weather has been super nice and I'm just vibing. Just enjoying myself. I'm trying to make like the most of all this time that I have off, but I kind of keep wasting my time. Not gonna lie, I woke up this morning at like 11. What was that about? So I'm feeling kind of dejected and a little bit meh, but I'm gonna try and turn it around. Try being the operative word. I was gonna go on a walk again. I've been on many walks, but I was gonna go on another one. But then I come out here to my little studio to do some talking and shit, and then it starts raining. So you might hear some rain. So I don't think I'm gonna go on a walk now. I don't know, I might still, I might not. See if the weather clears up, right? But because that's been ruined for me now, I think that I might just stay in and read. I say that like it's groundbreaking news and like I've never done it before, but yeah, I might sit at home and just read for the rest of the day. Maybe I'll do some gaming later. I don't know. I really do not know. I have a couple of work things that I need to get done. Just so that I don't feel like I've wasted the whole day. You know what I mean? But they shouldn't take too long. It's mostly just Instagram stuff. So a little bit of work here and there, but I don't actually have to go to work. Oh, it's so good having days off. Reading wise, I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet because it's like the last day of my holiday right now. So while I've read books, I read them a while ago now. My brain doesn't remember too much, okay? Okay. I'm currently still reading Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I think I'm at like chapter 10. Can't remember. It's somewhere around there. I'm enjoying it. It's like your usual small town romance. I mean, Elsie Silver went big for doing the cowboy things. So I'm reading that. I'm enjoying it because of course I'm enjoying it. It's a silly little romance. I will probably end up finishing it like next week sometime. It's harder for me to finish this one. Not because of like the content or anything, simply because of the format. I own the book, so I'm reading the paperback and actually sitting down and finding the time to read a paperback. It's a struggle. So it takes me longer to read the books I actually own than it does to read ARCs because I get ARCs on my Kindle and I can just take that with me anywhere. I can read it on my phone as well. So I get through those so much quicker. And obviously I get through audios a lot quicker as well because I listen to them while I'm at work, while I'm doing other things, all of that. So I probably won't finish Wild Love until like next week, which is kind of sad. That means it won't be in like my April wrap up, but whatever. I've also been reading No You Hang Up by AJ Merlin. That one I got as an ARC because I'm part of their ARC team, which was very exciting when I got approved for that. But I love AJ Merlin. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know how much I love AJ Merlin. Okay? They are so freaking good at writing, like, I call them serial killer romances because that's kind of what they are. So every single book, well, most of the books that they've wrote have followed a serial killer doing whatever they do, serial killer wise, and also usually the female lead who gets like ensnared in their whole thing through some reason or another. Okay, sometimes it's been that they've been at a campground and they've just been wrong place, wrong time. Other times they've antagonized the serial killer. So I love AJ Merlin. This one, No You Hang Up, it was like the film Scream. And I loved it. I loved it so much. Basically what happens, a little short version, is that the main character, Kai, she is prank calling a bunch of numbers with her friends. She isn't into it, but she's just doing it because her friends are into it, so whatever. Ends up prank calling this guy who is kind of sketchy, plays along with the prank call, you know. Things get a bit heated and intense because he knows it's a prank call and he's just antagonizing them back. They end up hanging up, whatever. They think it's over, that it wasn't a big deal. This freaking guy, he ends up getting her phone number and calling her back and antagonizing her, toying with her, messing with her, all of that kind of thing. She's kind of freaked out because why does he have her phone number? But whatever. He calls her little bunny. Guys, I repeat, he freaking calls her little bunny to like wind her up and mess with her. It was great. That's all bad and sketchy enough. Then this freaking guy, Huxley. His name's Huxley. This guy finds where she lives. He literally breaks into her home. And it ends up being this whole predator-prey kind of vibe. Very, very dubious consent, okay? Dubious consent. But it's a dark romance, and it was all in the trigger warnings, so I knew what I was getting into. But just for clarity's sake, and it's this whole, obviously, dark romance. They end up fucking. Okay, they do. A lot of the time with their books as well, it's kind of this whole thing of the female character knowing she shouldn't be into it and knowing she shouldn't enjoy it. Definitely shouldn't be getting attached to this, like, psycho, but she is, and she does. So she kind of just goes with it. She's into it. She doesn't mind. She's putting up a little bit of a fight because, like, she's freaked out and adrenaline and stuff. But she likes it, which is wild, but also a good time because we know what we're getting into. Majorly, I would say that it just feels like, you know, those like dark romances that were on like Wattpad and AO3 back in like 2010 or something that were about like serial killers. I think there was a lot that were like creepypasta ones as well. Moral of the story, I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, I gave it 5 stars. It's no surprise that I root for the villains in everything, and I like the evil characters and the bad guys, okay? So I enjoyed it. Of course I enjoyed it. It was very good. Again, it was like if the film Scream happened, the prank calling and everything, and it ended up a romance, I guess, because it is romancy. He admits to loving her and shit. They end up having a happily ever after. They move in together. It's just a very kinky kind of romance. Why am I trying to justify it? I read it, I enjoyed it, I got it as an arc. I will keep reading their stuff. It's so good. I know what I'm getting into every time. Every time, it's a serial killer romance, okay? Okay. The other one that I was reading, I read it. Okay, I read this one. Wish I hadn't. I wish I had stopped. Like, I don't know, 20% of the way in when I realized I wasn't enjoying it. Do you know why I kept reading? Because it was about demons and exorcists. It was all taking place in like the Vatican and Rome, and it was really freaking cool to start off with. I kept reading because the cover was so pretty. I was reading Cruel is the Light, okay? by Sophie Clarke. I'm not sure. I have since sold my copy. I got rid of it. I put it on Vinted. I had the Waterstones special edition with like the pretty sprayed edges and everything. Should have stopped reading it at like 20% because it was so boring. But I didn't. I finished it. It was a waste of time. For me personally, a waste of time. I'm sure some people would enjoy it. Some people would love it. But I got to the end. The end was interesting. Things were happening right at the end. That was fun. There was like this god trapped in the Vatican. He wasn't a god at all. He was just another demon. Or the demon king? I don't even know. He was another demon, whatever. Trapped in the Vatican. Literal like spear through him, holding him in place. And he was like the source of all these exorcists' magic. But they thought they were getting it from God, but they weren't. It was a demon. Kind of cool premise, I guess. I think they released him at the end. They did something. Some people died. It was just very confusing. Very back and forth. And then that was it. The book ended. And I was like, you've resolved nothing. You've given me nothing, only to find out that there's going to be another book. I don't want to read the next book, so I'm not gonna. Again, the beginning was interesting. Things were being set up. You knew there was demons and exorcists. I thought it'd be really freaking cool. Even though it was a YA, I do still read some YA books because sometimes they are done well and they are good. This was not one of those times for me because the entire middle part of the book, this book, I think it's like 500 pages. It felt like 800, okay? But the entire middle part of this freaking book was just boring. I was so bored. And the only reason I got through it is literally because I was listening to it as well. I was listening to it while I was at work. That was the only reason I got through it. But I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd read something else because it was that bad. But what? It was so meh. Okay, it was so meh. But I read it. I didn't enjoy it. It had a lot of potential. Okay? But it just wasn't executed well. I don't know. I feel like the entire book could have been a standalone. Or if they were going to make, well, I mean, obviously they're making it into a duology, but it wasn't clear that they were making it into a duology. So I feel like the entire middle part was just dragged out for no reason. I'm going to stop ranting about it, okay? Because I'm very bitter about it and I'll just keep slagging it off. So I'm going to stop. I just didn't enjoy it, okay? Cruel is the Light. It was not for me. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. The artwork, stunning. It just lacked flavour. I don't know, okay? That is all that I've read. All that I can remember reading. Anyway, I'm currently reading, obviously, still Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I'm also re-listening to The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Okay, I know that I've brought this one up so many times on here. I feel like I always say that I'm rereading it as well, which is a lie, because I'm not. I've read it once. I've read it once. I've listened to it once, okay? And then I didn't enjoy it overly, but I know that I didn't enjoy it because I just finished reading Fourth Wing, and I was like hung up on Fourth Wing. That's why I didn't enjoy it. I started it months ago again, and I gave up. I just didn't bother. I like read a few chapters, and then I think I went and read a monster romance instead. This is the first time I'm like actually properly rereading it again. So Serpent and the Wings of Night, I'm listening to it. I have a copy, I just haven't picked it up. But I'm listening to it. I think I'm on like chapter 16, something like that. I can tell that I didn't really pay much attention to it the first time around because I legit have no idea what's happening. I can't remember any of this. I loosely remember that they were like taking part in this competition and all these little fights and contests and stuff. No details. I don't remember anything. So I'm listening to that one, and I'll probably keep listening to it when I also go back to work. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm enjoying it a lot more than I did the first time round because I'm not hung up on another book, if that makes sense. So I mean, like, a win is a win, right? Right. I've also been approved for more arcs, which is always a great feeling and a daunting feeling. I have like 5 or something to read, which, I mean, that is quite possibly the least that I've had to read in a very long time. Usually I have like upwards of 10, I want to say, but I've read so many of them lately, and I'm not letting it get to like the publishing date anymore, or like the publishing month anymore to start reading them. I'm trying to like just work through them. But I did get approved for another arc. I squealed. I squealed when I saw that I'd been approved for this one. I got approved for Caught Up by Nevessa Allen, the author of Lights Out as well. That's another dark romance kind of one. I'm sure you've read it. I'm sure you've read Lights Out. I've read Lights Out. I talked about Lights Out so much when I read it the first time, but I got Caught Up as well, which was super exciting. I didn't think I'd get it because so many people had been applying for it, but I was lucky. I've started it. I'm not far. I'm like on chapter 3 or something. It's very good. It's very good. Okay. It is super different to the first one. Super different. It's about Junior, and I can't remember the female's name. Is it Lauren? I can't remember. It's about like another family member. From the first book, they ended up going to like essentially the Italian mob, didn't they, to help sort out a problem. And I think there was like 5 sons or something who ended up clearing up this mess that they'd made. It's about one of the sons, okay? It's about one of the sons called Junior and his obsession with his like childhood sweetheart. I presume childhood sweetheart. I haven't read the blurb for the book since I requested it, so I can't remember. But from what I've read, she's his childhood sweetheart. They got found in a compromising position when they were younger, and they were told to stay away from each other. Junior got beaten up by her dad. She was traumatized, and they haven't seen each other for like a decade. But he's doing crime stuff, mafia stuff, clearing up messes. And she, on the other hand, is a cam girl now who is trying to advocate for rights for sex workers. So they have safer conditions and stuff. All very good, all very admirable, right? Now the fun thing is that he is still obsessed with her. He's still obsessed. I haven't got to the part yet if we know if she thinks about him. I don't know. But he is obsessed, and he's decided that he's not going to stay away from her anymore because it's been long enough. It's been long enough, okay? He also subscribes to her, like, basically OnlyFans. It's called something different in the book, but it's basically OnlyFans. And he subscribes to that, and he's, like, her top subscriber, requests videos, talks to her on there. And he's decided that he's just had enough of doing it that way. And that he's going to just say fuck it, because he still loves her, I guess. I think it's love. I hope it's love. But I have no idea what to expect from it, other than dark romance, probably serial killer kind of vibes. Yeah. I'm enjoying it, though. Like I said, I'm only on, like, chapter 3. I haven't got that far into it. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay? I think that's all that I'm reading. I can't remember. I don't have my Kindle on me. I can't like look through and see. But that's all I've got, I think. I've been rambling for a while now. It's at 25 minutes of me just talking about books. Whoops. So I hope you enjoyed that. Probably not. I likely talked for too long about the books, but I've been reading a lot, okay, and I haven't checked in. So this is me checking in and saying that I've read a fuck ton in my little mini holiday. I'm going to try and get some work done today, and then I'm going to keep reading. That's it. That's all I do, okay? But I'm going to go now and stop boring you.